getting blown up in a valley. I knew I was messed up, had broken bones, but I'm now at the point that I feel pretty able and I'm
living my best life right now.
It's rare, but sometimes I forget that I'm an amputee.
I'm meeting up with Josh from Pegleg Outdoors.
What's up, Josh? Yeah, nice to finally meet you, man.
He has a really cool story. I don't know too much, but I know that he's a combat veteran. He is an amputee and he's very passionate about fly fishing. So the goal of today is to, spend a day with him, get to know him, and yeah, catch some fish.
Dude, that's a sick tent. It just pops up, huh? Dude, that is easy. Wow.
It's an ice fishing tent. I got started in fly fishing through a veterans organization called Warriors in Quiet Waters up in Bozeman, Montana. That was back in 2010. I just got out of the hospital from having multiple surgeries trying to save my left ankle. I still have my left ankle at that time. And I got offered to go to Bozeman, Montana and go fish. I've been fishing all my life, never fly fished, but figured I'd take it. So they took me straight from the hospital, flew me on a private jet from California to Montana. For the next 5 days, I had a guide. I fished the Yellowstone, the Madison, the Gallatin, all the different river systems out there, some spring creeks, and ended up catching like 150 fish in a week, which is kind of unheard of for beginning fly anglers. I was just lucky that the whole time I was with a guide that knew what he was doing, and he put me on fish the whole entire time. It was awesome. Was out there with him for a week, really found fly fishing that way, but didn't get a passion for it until I moved out here to Colorado. The first year that I was in Colorado, I ended up spending 200 days on the water before I was guiding. Just really fell in love with just being out here. I mean, it just doesn't get any better.
Hey, how's it going, man?
He's like, you know a guy named Pegleg? And I'm like, yeah.
You're set up for the week right there.
My mom was in the Marine Corps, so I kind of grew up around a lot of my male role models being Marines. Kind of growing up in that lifestyle and ended up getting out of high school and joined the Marine Corps when I was 19, being 19 years old and wanting to go to war. I didn't care who it was that I was going to fight. I just loved the Marine Corps mentality and wanted to be a warrior and wanted to experience it and have that as part of my life. I don't regret it at all. I loved every single minute of being in the Marine Corps. We'd move into what was called the Buji Bast Pass, which was controlled by the Taliban, and we were going to try and push them out of the area. My squad, my 4-vehicle convoy, we were tasked with inserting snipers before the mission. So we insert snipers, we go in one time, we come out, and on our way out, at some point the enemy saw us coming into the valley, realized that they could do what's called backlaying, so they know you have to drive in, and they know you have to drive out, so they let you drive in, they plant the bomb, so that you blow it up driving out. So we were coming through that choke point, almost out of the Buji Bast Pass, and all of a sudden there was a rock. The vehicle that was in front of me was an MRAP. It had the ground clearance that it could drive over the rock. My vehicle was a Humvee that didn't have the ground clearance, and my driver, Miller, he decides to go left around the rock. And this brief moment that feels like a million years went by, where the front bumper of the Humvee hit where the rock was, and it all snapped in my head. And the next thing you know, it was like driving a Ferrari at 150 miles per hour into a brick wall. Picked up my Humvee off the ground, kind of turned it to the side, through my door about 50, 60 yards away. The engine block came through the dash and crushed my left ankle. So I was getting shot out of the Humvee because my door got blown away, but the engine grabbed my leg and kind of snapped me back in. And when the dust settled, I was laying with my feet in the footwell, trapped by the engine block, but the rest of my body was laying outside. At first, I didn't feel any pain at all. Knew I was fucked up, but you're immediately in shock and you don't really feel that pain right away. And then that's when the other guys from the squad, the other vehicle commanders got to me. They got the engine block pushed off me and put me on the cot. And as soon as they got that engine block off me, that's when the pain like hit immediately. And then the helicopter, a Black Hawk, comes in to come pick me up. So they run me out there, go to put me in the helicopter. Then I get to the hospital, so I go in and I go into an OR for the first time. And then one of the ladies whispers in my ear and she says, "It's okay. Hey, we're gonna put you to sleep now." And then I woke up the next day.
Dude, I can't believe you're doing this in one leg. It's pretty badass.
The thing I learned with the prosthetic the most is that like the guys that like sit around and don't get after it, that end up like becoming immobile. But if you're like one of the guys that I know that as soon as they got the amputation and they freaking got their prosthetic as soon as they can and just kind of went straight for it, they're doing way better than the other guys. So it's just get up out of the couch and not feeling sorry for yourself. It doesn't have to be fishing or hunting, just has to be active in some way.
I'm now at the point that I feel pretty able, and it's rare, but sometimes I forget that I'm even an amputee and I'm hopping around between rocks and stuff like that. So, I mean, you gotta be happy in life, because if you're not, then what's the point?
My business kind of works in a couple different areas. One of the main things that I've been doing for years is fly fishing in Colorado. During the spring, summertime, I'm guiding on the rivers out here, trying to catch trout in the Rockies. In the fall, September comes around, I pick up elk hunting and mule deer hunting, so I move into guiding elk hunts in Colorado. And then I switch and I go a little bit south of the border and do some adventure fly fishing for hosted trips and broker trips and stuff like that. So I kind of got my hands in a lot of different parts. But the main things are fly fishing and hunting. That's definitely where my lanes are, and pretty damn good at it.